Hey dolls, and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we're going to talk about vitamin C, which is a global skincare favorite. We're going to analyze and compare best-selling Korean vitamin C serums, and we'll discuss each of their formulation and ingredients, how they look and feel on the skin. I'll also show you some of my experiments where I test their pH, and also an iodine test determining the presence and stability of each vitamin C serum. And hopefully by the end of this video, I can help you pick the best vitamin C for your skin type and needs. But first, let's discuss what is vitamin C. Vitamin C is one of the most powerful antioxidant skincare ingredient. It's known for strengthening and protecting your skin from the environment. And when it's in the right formula, it can brighten up dull or uneven skin, fade dark spots by blocking pigment, and help your skin fight off UV damage. Plus, it boosts collagen and elastin production and fight free radicals, which are those pesky molecules that speed up aging. In finding the right vitamin C for your skin, it is important to know that there are several forms of vitamin C, and not all these forms are equally effective. The most well-known and well-studied form of vitamin C is L-ascorbic acid. L-ascorbic acid is the most potent and purest form of vitamin C. It's highly effective at repairing and rejuvenating skin, and it's a powerful antioxidant that can help stop oxidative stress. However, this form is very unstable and hard to formulate, and it easily can oxidize when exposed to UV light, air, and heat. And that's why sometimes you see your vitamin C serum turn brown or orange, which means they have already oxidized. At this point, it cannot provide any skin benefits anymore. Typically, L-ascorbic acid products also have a lower pH, around 3.5, which might cause irritation for sensitive skin. And this is why it's common to see vitamin C derivatives in skincare formulation instead, although not as effective as L-ascorbic acid, since the skin needs to convert them into ascorbic acid before absorbing them. They are more stable than pure vitamin C, and they don't oxidize as quickly. The most popular vitamin C derivatives are sodium ascorbyl phosphate, magnesium ascorbyl phosphate, ascorbyl glucoside, tetrahexyl decyl ascorbate, and ascorbyl tetraisopalmitate. Each of these derivatives have their own pros and cons, so it would really depend on what you want to focus on and how your skin would react to them. And when it comes to the best type of vitamin C product, serums are considered to be the best one because they have higher concentration and because they have a thinner texture and consistency than creams and cleansers. They can penetrate the skin more easily. So let's dive into some of the popular Korean vitamin C serums. So I wanted to start with this serum that has the highest concentration of vitamin C. So the sweet spot for vitamin C's concentration level is between 10 to 20%. And this Benton vitamin C serum has 20% British-made vitamin C. This one also has ferulic acid, an antioxidant that can actually help stabilize L-ascorbic acid, helping your vitamin C serum achieve continual efficacy, and it also has vitamin E. So research shows that there's a synergetic effect when you combine ferulic acid, vitamin E, and vitamin C, meaning that when all these ingredients are used together, they enhance each other's ability to protect the skin against free radical compared to when each of these ingredients are used by their own. So ingredients-wise, this is a clear winner. The formulation is also really good. It's waterless, but this has the thickest consistency among all the 4 vitamin C that I'll be featuring, but it's pretty spreadable and leaves a moisturizing finish. So this is great for people who's not a beginner with acids because, as I've mentioned, this one has the highest concentration of vitamin C. It suits most skin type, but if you have very oily skin, I think that you would skip this in the morning and use this at night instead, because again, this feels very moisturizing. It doesn't feel heavy, but if you have very oily skin, I think that this would really show up. I have oily combination skin and I still use this in the morning, but I just let it absorb into my skin. But if you find this to be really heavy in the morning, just use this at night. When it comes to effectiveness, and especially when it comes to brightening, I find that this one is the most fast acting among all the serums that I'll be featuring. This is the only vitamin C that faded my dark pimple mark under my lips. And I've been using a lot of vitamin C, and this is the only one that lightened it after 2 weeks. Maybe because I'm so used to using actives and using other forms of vitamin C, I think my skin needed that 20% concentration to really work on my skin. So if you are not new to vitamin C and you find that vitamin C serums doesn't work for your skin, doesn't lighten your hyperpigmentation or post-acne marks, I think it's a good sign to increase the concentration of your vitamin C. So this 20% for me is perfect, and I really love this vitamin C from Benton. But because of its high concentration, I would be very careful if you have very sensitive skin, and it's really best to start slow with this. Next is this very popular Green Tangerine Vita C Dark Spot Care Serum from Goodall. This one seemed to gain its popularity when Madison Beer revealed that this is part of her skincare routine. So this Goodall Green Tangerine Serum is advertised to have 70% fresh tangerine extract, but they really don't disclose the actual vitamin C concentration in this serum. And usually when they don't disclose it, it means the percentage is low. And I confirmed it with my iodine test, which I'll be showing later. But if we look past that, this also has niacinamide, arbutin, ascorbyl glucoside, which is a vitamin C derivative, and turmeric extract, which are really good brightening skincare ingredients. It also has vitamin E, which, as I've mentioned, goes really well with vitamin C. So this one has a very unique texture. It has more of that watery gel consistency that absorbs well onto the skin, and it doesn't leave a sticky feeling on the skin afterwards. And it also has the best scent among all the 4 serums that I'll be featuring. Although the scent is very light, it has this very refreshing citrusy scent. So every time I use this in the morning, I just feel so refreshed because it smells amazing. I think that this is great for most skin type, but especially if you have oily, dehydrated skin or dry skin, because this one can give you extra moisture on the skin. But if you're sensitive or allergic to essential oils, just be aware because this one has the most essential oil out of all the 4 serums that I'm featuring. Now let's look into this Torriden Cellmazing Brightening Ampoule. This ampoule contains 5 types of vitamin C, but looking at the percentage of each type in this formulation, it's pretty low. So if you are a beginner with vitamin C, I think that this one would be a good introduction for you. This one also has ferulic acid and vitamin E, which, as I've mentioned before, pairs really well with vitamin C, and it has brightening ingredients like niacinamide and turmeric extract. So formulation-wise, this vitamin C serum is also really great. So the consistency of this serum is actually very light, almost like water. It absorbs super quickly on the skin and it doesn't leave any residue. It's non-sticky, so it's really great if you have oily skin. However, this also contains 1 essential oil, so if you are sensitive to essential oil, just be aware. Now let's look into our last serum. This is the Klairs Freshly Juiced Vitamin Drop. This one is one of the first Korean vitamin C serum that I've discovered. I feel like this has been in the market for a while now. I feel like it's an OG. This one has 5% ascorbic acid, which is also pretty low. And it also has sodium ascorbyl phosphate, which is a sodium salt form of vitamin C that is great for anti-acne, and 5 types of peptides, which are great for anti-aging. Now, when it comes to texture, this one is slightly oily. Let me just here. So this one is slightly oily. It's still light, but every time I apply it, even just on my hands, I can feel a little warm sensation on my skin. So in terms of application, this one would be my least favorite because again, it gives that warm sensation and I have oily combination skin, and to me, this looks pretty oily. Interestingly enough, a lot of people with sensitive skin seem to really like this, mentioning that it was a great vitamin C introduction for them. When it comes to formulation, this one also doesn't seem to be the most stable since it doesn't contain any vitamin E or ferulic acid, and people are reporting that their Klairs serum changing or oxidizing color faster than their usual vitamin C. Well, this didn't happen on my Klairs one, and I have this for a while now, but I could see why it's happening to a lot of people because this Klairs vitamin C, I don't know why, but it comes in a clear glass dropper bottle. And since it's in a transparent bottle, it doesn't reflect off UV rays compared to when you have your vitamin C in an opaque packaging. And because of that, this is more prone to oxidizing than vitamin C serums that are packaged in an opaque packaging. And speaking of packaging, remember I've mentioned that vitamin C is unstable and prone to oxidize when exposed to air, heat, and UV light. So the right packaging is also very important in choosing your vitamin C. And among all these 4 vitamin C serums, I find that the Benton vitamin C serum has the best packaging. First, it has an opaque bottle, and it's also airtight, and it has an airless pump. And obviously, I find that the Klairs one has the least favorable packaging because first, it is in a transparent bottle, and it also has a dropper exposing the product to more air, and this can really degrade the vitamin C faster. But don't worry, there are also simple ways that you can do to avoid oxidation with your vitamin C serums. First, you can just store them in the box that they come with. If you have already threw the box that they come with, don't worry. You can also wrap them in a foil. Some people also store their vitamin C in their fridge, but because most of these serums have oil in it, I wouldn't suggest it. And the reason being is once the oil hardens in the formula, it can really make the product unstable. Okay, another deciding factor when choosing a vitamin C is knowing their pH. The pH of vitamin C is very important because it affects how well the skin absorbs the vitamin C. So vitamin C serums with a low pH and high concentration can cause skin sensitivity and irritation. So for normal skin, look for a vitamin C product with a pH of around 3.5, and if you have sensitive skin, look for a vitamin C product that have a pH of 5 to 6, since this pH level is closer to the skin's natural pH. So I've tested all these 4 serums with a pH test strips, and I'm happy to say that they all passed the test and they're all suitable for sensitive skin, with the Gudel having a pH of 6 and the rest having a pH of 5. I also did a very fun iodine test for all the serums. So for this experiment, this actually involves adding a brown colored iodine solution to a glass of water, stirring it, then adding a few drops of vitamin C serum. So the idea is that if the solution turns clear, the vitamin C serum must be effective. Now, this is not a foolproof way of knowing how effective your serum is, but it's a great experiment to see how evident vitamin C is in each serum. And amazingly, all the serums actually made the iodine water clear, except with this green Tangerine Vita C dark spot care serum from Goodall. And as I've mentioned before when we were talking about ingredients for each of this serum, Goodall actually doesn't disclose the percentage of vitamin C in this serum. And maybe that's why, because again, this is the only one that didn't make the iodine water clear. So now that we learn about each of the serum's formulation, ingredients, how they look and feel on the skin, and what skin type it's suited for, now the big question is, how do we incorporate vitamin C serums in our routine? So since all this vitamin C are in a serum form, it's best to apply them after cleansing and before your moisturizer and sunscreen. So most dermatologists recommend applying vitamin C serum in the morning to protect your skin from free radicals and environmental stress like UV radiation and pollution. But vitamin C is photosensitive, meaning it breaks down when exposed to sun. So it is very important to use SPF with it. Also, make sure you apply it on clean, dry skin because applying vitamin C to damp skin can dilute the product, change their pH, which can affect the serum's effectiveness, or neutralize the serum's slightly acidic formula, making it weaker. And make sure to not use vitamin C serum with acids, especially with alpha hydroxy acid or AHA and beta hydroxy acid or BHA. Also, avoid benzoyl peroxide when using vitamin C because it can cancel out the benefits of vitamin C. In terms of how often you can use your vitamin C, you can actually use your vitamin C serum every day, and it's actually recommended to do so to get the best results. However, if you have sensitive skin, you should start slowly and use it every other day until your skin can tolerate it. So after using all these 4 Korean vitamin C serums and doing some fun experiments with them, I would say that I find the Benton vitamin C serum to have the best concentration of vitamin C, and it has the best formulation in my opinion. It's also a bonus that it's alcohol-free, it's fragrance and essential oil-free. This serum, as I've mentioned, was also the most fast-acting vitamin C in my experience out of the 4 when it comes to brightening, as this faded my post-acne marks within 2 weeks. But if you are new to acids or you're new to vitamin C, this wouldn't be my best recommendation. My skin is just so used to acid and other actives, so this really worked well on my skin with no irritation at all. But if you're a beginner, I would start with the Goodall Green Tangerine. Although having a very low concentration of vitamin C, it has anti-acne and antioxidant ingredients, which can still help in brightening, but it may take a while to see brightening results. For sure, it would be slower than Benton, but it's also perfect if you have oily dehydrated skin because it has a gel texture and it quickly absorbs into your skin while moisturizing your skin. Now, if you're in between, I find that the Torriden Cellmazing Brightening Ampoule is a good middle ground between Benton and Goodall. It doesn't have a high vitamin C concentration like Benton, but it doesn't also have a very low concentration of vitamin C like Goodall. And the formulation is still really good because it has ferulic acid and vitamin C, and the texture is also very lightweight. It absorbs quickly on the skin, so it's suitable for most skin types. The Klairs vitamin C drop, although it's been raved by a lot of people, and even people with sensitive skin. In my experience, it's not a favorite of mine. I didn't like the oily finish. I also didn't like that it gave me that warm sensation every time I put it on. So this would be a pass for me. Keep in mind though, what works for me might not work for someone else and vice versa. So always listen to your skin. And I always say this in my every video. Always make sure to patch test first. And if you're curious where I got all my Korean serums, I get them from Stelvana, and you can use my code INF10 for a discount. By the way guys, this video is not sponsored at all. I just want to share that with you guys. So I hope that you find this video insightful in finding the right Korean vitamin C for your skin type and concern. And if it did, please don't forget to like this video. Please don't forget to subscribe and share this with your friends. And hit that notification bell so you'll always be updated once a new video is out. Thank you so much else again for watching. I'll see you on my next one.